Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So, well, I think you've done this before, but I like to remind you it's not exact science. So, if something doesn't make sense now, keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and they'll know what he's talking about. I had somebody contact me that had a reading 6 months ago, and one of the things that was mentioned just happened. And there's validation. Ding, ding, ding. So, more validation. Anything that happens during a reading is meant for you. So, that's to me, that's just validating when things like that happen. Anyway, I'm going to talk to your brother. Where's he going? Vroom, 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 vroom. Like motorcycles, hot rods, most guys do. Or both, or maybe he had both. Or you've been going too fast lately. Have you been driving too fast? He's going vroom vroom. Just keeps doing it and smiling when he does it. So he's being silly about it. Sometimes they just throw stuff out there like that. He says, I've been listening. I've been listening. I hear you. I know. I understand. I'm sorry. He want he wants to be the big brother, even if he was younger than you. He feels like the big brother shoulder to cry on. Um, I promise you 1,000%. He can hear you. He can see you. Talk to him all you want to. If you need somebody to talk to and you just don't think that what you have to say other people around you would understand, talk to him. Sit down on the couch, turn the TV off, and just talk to him. Like before you go to bed, and maybe you'll have a dream about his answer. Can't promise that. You never know how his answer will come back across. You could just get an overwhelming feeling of love or peace or warmth. He says, I've just been sitting back, and it's like he's sitting in somebody's recliner. He's just been sitting back and waiting for you to ask him to help. They cannot override your free will choice. Ooh, I bite my tongue every time I say that because my guides are doing that to me right now. And they're doing it for a reason. But so asking for help. Otherwise, my guides just have to sit there and go, why is she doing that again? Why is Rhonda doing that again? So you have to ask them for help. Or they have to sit there and watch us make our dumb mistakes, or they can help. And he wants to. I still love you like a big brother should. Like I said, even if he's younger, he feels like the big brother, the protector. His energy is very manly, but very soft, very peaceful, very quiet. He said, I didn't always know how to keep my mouth shut when I was here in the 3D. Eyes were drawn to my ALEXA, and there's a picture of what's that? It's not a demon. It's a character. It's a like Grandpa Grumpus, or I don't know the official name of it, but it's something along that line. He says sometimes when you're sitting there watching TV, you hear something in the other room, but he's not telling me which room. So I'm assuming probably does it in more than one room. And you go, come like, what was that? Might even turn the TV down. What was that? It's him. I don't know why he's doing it so like secretly. Like you might hear a little thud, or you might hear some rattle, or you might hear what sounds like a door or drawer or door. Get your teeth together on the opening. That's him. If that scares you, tell him so. Tell him to find a nicer way if that kind of freaks you out. Makes you feel like somebody's there that shouldn't be there. They can hear you. I promise you 1,000%. He can hear you, he can see you. And tell him to step forward. Asking, giving permission. It always helps to give them permission. Some of them just barge on through anyway, but some of them, well, like I went to one house and there was this little old man piled in the corner as far as he could get. And I said, what are you doing? He says, I don't want to scare him. I don't want him to think there's a demon in the house or some ghost or something. Okay, well, we'll fix that. So it helps give them permission. And if they do scare you, tell them so. And they'll figure out something else. There's somebody's birthday that just passed recently. Not the person passed, but the birthday was just recently. And he's validating that he was there. He knows it. He's not telling me whose it was. So maybe it's his. He's not telling me. I just want you to know I'm okay. I am more than okay. I'm more okay than I was when I was down there in the 3D. I'm relaxed. I'm enjoying myself. And I like that I can keep an eye on all my loved ones. You were special to me. May not have treated you like it all the time or acted like it all the time, but you were very special to me. And I admired you. Kind of wished I could have been a little more like you, but then I wouldn't have been me. And I always loved you deep down, even if I didn't show it enough. He's kind of remorseful, but we don't have those feelings once we go up there because we get rid of all the heavy negative feelings, remorse, anger, hatred, those things. They peel those off of us. So our soul is light and bright. And you see things from such a different perspective when you're up there. And they're not really up there. They're actually here. We just can't see them most of the time. It's a little hard for even me to wrap my head around. You were always a beautiful person. And I saw that. And it scared me just a little bit because I was a little harder inside. And I couldn't be that. But I'm not a girl either. He kind of swaggers his head, but I'm not a girl. I gotta be my manly man. He says the person that you're worried about, and not him, person that you're worried about that kind of weighs heavy on your mind every so often, he says, don't worry. They will be okay. They will turn around. They will be better. They need to learn their lessons. And they can't do it if somebody's trying to help them too much. So they need to learn their lessons and open their eyes, and then they will turn around and come back and talk to you. So don't worry about them so much, because there's things they need to learn that they can't learn around you. They need to go out and learn it. And then when they get their little education and they get their little eyes opened up a little bit, then they'll turn around and come back and go, yeah, I see now. I understand. And it will be so much better. So whatever that is, situation is, he's watching. He's keeping an eye on it. And he's trying to help in the ways that he can help. He says, you're a beautiful person. You care a lot about other people. Validation again. Ding, ding, ding. And don't forget that I still love you. Even after all this time. Says, and I've run into Grandma. He's not saying which one. And she's still trying to keep me in line. And he throws his head back and gives out the biggest laugh. He says, but she's still a sweetheart. She's still trying to work on me. But I have guides and angels and stuff up here, and it's okay, Grandma. They're taking care of it. We still keep our personality when we go up there. So she was one to try to fix everybody or whatever the deal is. She's still doing it. He just goes, it's okay. Okay. He wanted to pick a card, and I use my release card, something you need to let go of, and I shuffle until he tells me to stop. And he picked surrender your desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. So he's not saying you're a controlling person, but sometimes we try to control things, especially us girls, I think. Sometimes you got to step back like an observer. I tell people, step back like an observer. You don't know these people, and look at the situation from a different angle. He says, but I love you. You should feel his whiskers like tickle you. So if you get this ticklish, like on your ears or on your face or even on your neck, and it feels like a hair and you can't get it off, that's him. So validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more if you want more. That's your free will choice. It's like he's going to go in the kitchen and drop something he's making it look like it's going to make a big bang, but it may not be that big. Sometimes it looks that way when they show it to me because they're making great effort to make it happen. So when you sitting there watching TV and you hear something fall off the counter or something in the kitchen and nobody else is in there, yeah, that's him. And he's hoping it'll bring a smile to your face. He loves you very much, and he's more than ready and willing to help with anything you need. He says, because I want to be the big brother forever and ever. I love you. And with that, he's leaving. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Don't forget to spread the love.